Let's talk through the dip and points of performance of the ring dip. So Pamela's gonna hit a few reps for us here. And what I want you to notice is that as she does the ring dip, those rings are being held close to her body. Her torso is fairly upright as she goes up and down into the motion. There are gonna be a couple of really common faults that we see in the ring dip that rob people of a little bit of strength, and they also put significantly more stress on the shoulder. And I know a lot of you have issues with shoulder irritation during ring dips. So there are 3 things that we really like to look for. The first is as Pamela does a few ring dips, we're gonna do a few good reps first. You're gonna notice that her shoulders kind of stay packed back a little bit. What we'll see some people do is as they descend down into the dip, they will let their shoulder dump forward. And Pamela's not even gonna demonstrate that because doing that feels, well, it feels like garbage. So I'm not gonna put her shoulder through that, but just watch as you go down into the dip that you're not seeing your entire shoulder roll forward. The second thing we're gonna look at is gonna be torso positioning in the dip. So as she does this, you're gonna see that her torso stays fairly upright. We get a small angle of inclination, but for a lot of individuals, we'll see them go super far forward in the dip. And I want you to think of it like this. The stress on your shoulder is all a relationship between how far your shoulder is away from the rings. So if you lean your torso forward a lot, that pulls your shoulders far in front of the rings, and that is gonna put a lot of stress on the shoulders that just doesn't feel very good. The second thing that will alter how much stress is put on the shoulder is where those rings are in relationship to the body. So as Pamela descends down, you're gonna notice that her hands almost slide up her side the entire way down. What we'll see some individuals do is as they come down, we'll see those rings actually drift behind her body. So now the rings aren't underneath her shoulder, they're behind her. That again will put a lot of stress on the anterior shoulder. All of those things will also result in when we translate to higher level gymnastic skills, our position in the catch for something like a ring muscle up will be significantly altered and we won't be as strong out of that bottom portion. And that's where so many athletes struggle in muscle ups is they can get over the rings at times, but then they are not strong enough to get multiple reps if they don't land in a great catch position.